The 2021 Rookie Scouting Portfolio pre-draft publication is done. I haven't posted it yet for download, but it will be available today, April 1st, at mattwaldman.com. You can order it for $21.95. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. Just ask around. Ask around on Twitter. You'll know. First of all, let's give you a little bit of a tour. Here's the title page. You're going to see here, it's 1,058 pages. Normally, I'd tell people, don't worry about that because, 300 of it is really the draft guide. The rest is supporting information. Well, my friends, about 800 to 900 of the pages this year is the draft guide. Yeah, I changed some things up this year. And we're going to take a look at it. You see the bookmark section here up on the left? Click the bookmark. Everything is bookmarked, so it's very easy to read. You want to read about the intro and the changes that I made to the RSP? I did that. You want to learn about how to magnify the checklists that you can look at as the supporting detail. You can learn how to do that if you're not familiar with Adobe Documents. And if you want to look at just get straight to the meat of the chapter, you click on the quarterback chapter here, and it's bookmarked through. You can look at the overview, skill breakdown. So like you want to see the overview of what I've written about. You want to look at, about the quarterback charting and how I did that. Rookie production, you can look at that. If you want to look at the skill breakdowns, I break things down, basically doing a stack ranking of players based on what I've watched and take you through how I score everything that I do. So you're seeing, how I grade these guys based on platform accuracy, how I grade them on drops, how I grade them on their decision making, and how I define everything. You see all of that in here. Okay. Then if I, in addition to that, I have checklists. I show you these checklists, and you can magnify these checklists and see all the data points, the games that I tracked. I watched more than just the games that I tracked, but I tracked a certain number of games for every player. And you can see all the criteria I used and what the point value is, and then what the total value was for the checklist. So you can look at that. If you just want to look at the scouting report, well, you can do that as well. You can go down here and we can look at the top 50 rankings and say we want to look at Michael Carter. Well, here's the Michael Carter checklist. You can see the games that I tracked, get the score, height and weight, give you an elevator pitch in terms of what's the appeal about the player, what's potentially appealing about them, and then all the different things that I looked at in terms of what I think about the player, in terms of their skills, in terms of their traits, in terms of different tasks that they have to perform, a fantasy advice breakdown, as well as some film room material that you can click to with videos for links to that I've done throughout the year, or just highlights that other people have put up that have been good. So this is pretty much what you get from the RSP. Now, for quarter, there's some interesting things with this too, because, from the running back perspective, I did some contact avoidance and analytics, tracking players in terms of how they fared versus different types of defenders and the type of contact that they had to deal with. With quarterbacks, once again, I did the accuracy charting, and you'll see that in the rankings. So, for instance, Trevor Lawrence, you can see all the passes that I tracked and how I grouped them together and how I rated their accuracy. Get to see that. Wide receivers. I also tracked wide receiver catch data. And you can see here Jamar Chase. I show you catch data as well. So this is what you get along with the post-draft publication and a newsletter from June through December, once a month, that gives you updates to what I think about this class and the next coming class in 2022, all for $21.95. And 10%, well, not 10%, 10% of every sale up to $5,000. That's how I do it. Up to $5,000 is donated to Darkness to Light, an organization dedicated to preventing sexual abuse of children through training of adults and different academic, athletic, civic, government groups to help them understand the nature of sexual abuse, how to prevent it, and then if it does unfortunately happen, how to address it so that it doesn't compound the problem. I've been giving to this organization since around the time of the Penn State scandal, around 2012, 2011, somewhere around there. Very proud to do that. So you're helping out with a great cause. You're getting a product that's the most comprehensive look at the offensive skill positions available to the public. MattWaldman.com. That's where you can get it. Thanks.